Welcome to Dynamics 365 record statuses, why they're important and how best to use them. Okay, so in front of us we've got a list of my open leads, and the purpose of the record statuses is to keep good housekeeping of your data, so to make sure that the right things appear in the right lists at the right time. So if I click on my drop down for my open leads, I can see that I've got all leads which will have no statuses applied. We'll have closed leads, which will be disqualified leads. We've got open leads, which are open leads. And if I wanted to, I could create a lead view here, which has got just qualified leads in there as well. So I'm on my open leads at the moment. So we can see that we've got two codes within a lead or any record. You've got a status code and a status reason. And we've got a status reason here of new and a status reason here of contacted. So if I click onto this top one for new, then we can see in the header at the top right here that we've got a status of new, and we've got the drop downs for status of new or contacted. Now, this is actually a sub-status of this lead being open in the first place. So the lead is open with a status of new or a status of contacted. If I was to qualify this lead, it would close the lead as qualified, make it read only. If I was to disqualify the lead, it would have a status of disqualified with a status reason of one of the items selected from the list here. So lost, cannot contact, no longer interested, and so on. So if I was to say it's no longer interested, then we can see the record status is disqualified with the status reason being no longer interested. And in terms of keeping on top of your data, that's really important because it now drops it out of my open leads in terms of what you might be working through. And this will vary in different parts of the system. So if we take a look at accounts now, within accounts, we've got active accounts, but then we've also got all accounts, we've got inactive accounts. And you might have subsections of inactive. You might have inactive because they're no longer in business. You might have inactive because you no longer work with them. The record status reasons can be updated to statuses that are relevant to your business. So if I just go back into active accounts and open this top account here, if I deactivate this account, then once again, the record goes read only with a status of inactive. But if I had more than one status reason for making it inactive, when I click to deactivate, it would give me an option of choosing that status just like it did with the lead record. And that follows through the whole of the system. Every single record type has got a status and a status reason. So if we take a look at opportunities, for example, we've got all opportunities here, and we've got a mixture of statuses going on. So the ones that are won have got a status of won and a status reason of won. If it's in progress, it's got a status of open and a status reason of in progress. And if it's lost, it's got a status of lost and a status reason of the reason why it's been lost. No money, no longer interested, competitor won the business, whatever it might be. So some of the record types, the entities, have different status and numbers of statuses reasons to the other ones. Quotes follow an actual quote life cycle, and the quote life cycle takes you through a draft quote, activating a quote, potentially revising a quote, and then activating it again through to the quote being won or lost. And that's a specific cycle that you go through. And just to finish off, if we just take a look at cases, then we can see we've got an active case within this list here. Now, you may not use cases, you may only use a sales module, and the cases are available in the customer service module. But if you use cases to track incidents and tickets and customer issues that your customers experience, then cases are the place to do it. And so within a case, you've got the option to cancel the case, resolve a case. So at the minute, this case is open with a status of in progress. If I was to resolve the case, it would have a status of resolved with a resolution of problem solved, information provided, or any other status reason that you want to specify. If I was to cancel the case, then I've got an option of cancelled or merged. If this was similar to another case, you could merge cases together. And again, that would drop it out of my active list into an inactive list, a resolved list, a cancelled list. But it really gives a lot of control over what you want to use in your list to display relevant data. Now, you may have some configuration in your system that means the out of the box status and status reason are not applicable. Perhaps you've got your own status codes. Perhaps you want to flag a record as closed, but actually leave it editable. Some people do, some people don't. It just depends on the business requirements. So, I hope that makes more sense of the record statuses across the system, why they're so useful, and also how you can add more status reasons by getting in touch with us and making the reasons more relevant to your business.